All right, let's jump into another deep dive.
Sounds good.
This time, we're heading to a land full of, well, giants,
Pirates.
true love,
You guessed it.
The Princess Bride.
That's right, the 1987 classic.
Now, this film...
It's more than just a fairy tale, right?
Oh, absolutely.
It's a story within a story.
Yeah, with a grandfather sharing this book he loves with his skeptical grandson.
Yeah, but what makes this film so special, I think, is how it works for,
Everyone.
kids and adults.
Exactly. It just totally transcends generations.
Yeah.
And the cast...
Oh, forget about it.
Oh, my gosh. Robin Wright,
Carrie Elwes,
Mandy Patinkin.
Andre the Giant.
I mean, come on.
Talk about star power.
Did you know that the director, Rob Reiner, wasn't sure about Mandy Patinkin at first?
Really?
Yeah, he thought because of Yentl, he was maybe too comedic.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, could you imagine The Princess Bride without
Oh, no way.
Mandy Patinkin as Inigo Montoya?
I mean, his delivery is just...
Iconic. Okay, so let's set the stage here.
Right.
We start with Buttercup, a beautiful farm girl, and Wesley, a humble farmhand.
And they're so in love.
So in love.
Simple, pure.
That repeated phrase, as you wish.
Gets me every time.
Oh, I know.
Just so much meaning packed in.
It really shows their connection.
Yeah, true love can be in the small things.
Absolutely, those small gestures, the devotion.
Mm-hmm.
But their love story hits a snag, a big one.
What happens?
Wesley's ship is attacked by the dread pirate Roberts,
Oh, no.
and she thinks Wesley is dead.
Heartbroken.
She's devastated.
Yeah.
And then she feels like she has no choice but to marry Prince Humperdinck.
Ugh, Humperdinck, what a...
I know, talk about a schemer.
All about power, right?
Exactly. He just wants to start a war with Gilder.
Uses Buttercup.
So
The
manipulative.
opposite of Wesley.
Right, night and day.
Total contrast.
And then hold on tight because this is where things get crazy.
I went, now.
Buttercup is kidnapped,
No way.
but not by Humperdinck.
But when...
By this trio of, well, kind of incompetent criminals.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Okay, so there's Vizzini.
The mastermind.
Yeah, but,
Not so much.
right, he thinks he's a lot smarter than he is.
Gotcha.
And then there's Fezzik, the gentle giant.
Oh, I love Fez.
He's the best.
Uncle Old.
And surprisingly agile
Right.
for his size.
And then there's...
Inigo Montoya
Of course.
on his lifelong quest to avenge his father's death.
At the hands of the six-fingered man.
Classic.
It's a good thing they kidnapped Buttercup, or we wouldn't have met these guys.
Oh, totally.
That's always...
It's what makes the movie so fun.
Yeah, it's not your typical damsel in distress story.
No, not at all.
Everyone has their own thing going on.
Right, so much more complex.
And
Then enter the man in black
the mysterious man in black.
on the kidnapper's trail.
So at first, you think he's the bad guy,
Oh, yeah, another obstacle.
keeping them apart.
Right. But then, oh man, the reveal.
The bend.
The man in black. I know.
That's amazing.
Our humble farmhand, he's a sword fighting expert, and the dread pirate Roberts.
It's like poetry. It rhymes.
It really does.
Power of love.
Right, he can transform you.
Wow.
And the way he handles those kidnappers,
Oh, yeah.
so good.
The Battle of Wits with Vizzini.
Oh, the iocane powder.
Classic.
The cliffs of insanity fighting Inigo Montoya.
The Cliffs of Insanity.
Such a great scene.
The visuals. The backdrop.
Amazing.
And the sword fight.
Oh, so good.
Choreographed perfect.
But it's the dialogue.
Oh, I know.
So witty, the banter. I
Oh.
love it.
And
The fire swamp.
Oh, the fire swamp.
Talk about a challenge.
That's so many dangers.
Rodents of unusual size, for those who haven't seen it.
Right. It's got to clear.
Lightning, sand, fire spurts.
It really tests them, their limits.
Both physically.
And emotionally.
Totally.
And remember, this movie came out in 1987.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
The special effects, they might look a little dated now, but they were
Yeah.
groundbreaking then. It must have been amazing to see in the theater.
I know, those giant ROUSes.
Yeah.
The lightning sand.
You can see the passion
Oh, yeah.
and the imagination.
Absolutely.
It wouldn't be The Princess Bride without that,
Well, totally.
those little touches of whimsy in this crazy swamp.
Wesley and Buttercup finally admit they still love each other.
Ah,
Those as you wish lines.
so powerful.
I know. But as we know, in a fairy tale,
What?
their happiness doesn't last.
No.
Humperdinck, that schemer,
Ugh, he's the worst.
he captures them.
Really?
And this is where things get kind of dark.
Oh, no.
He's willing to do anything to get what he wants.
Even her Buttercup.
Yeah, she's so blinded by love that she makes a deal with him.
What kind of deal?
She tells him she'll marry him if he lets Wesley go.
What?
You know,
Does it work?
Well, she trusts him, which
Oh,
I know, bad idea.
Humperdinck is not trustworthy.
He's a villain through and through.
What does he do?
He double-crosses her.
Of course he does.
Wesley ends up imprisoned
Wow.
at the mercy of Count Rugen.
Now, Count Rugen,
He's interesting.
talk about a complex villain.
Right.
Intelligent.
So refined. His obsession with pain.
The machine.
Ugh, I know.
Such a chilling character.
And of course, Inigo wants revenge on him, too.
Yeah, for killing his father.
It adds so much depth to the film.
Right, every character has a backstory.
A reason for why they do what they do.
Even the villains.
Exactly. And it
Right.
all leads up to that amazing scene.
Which one?
When Inigo finally faces Rugen.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya.
You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Chills every time.
I know. So intense.
And then Wesley.
He's left to face the machine.
It's horrifying.
It represents everything wrong with Rugen.
His cruelty.
That need to control people through fear.
Yeah, it's dark.
It really is.
But then, just when you think all is lost,
What?
Miracle Max.
He's the best.
What a character.
And so funny. Billy Crystal, perfect casting.
Oh yeah, he brings that much-needed humor to the story.
He's a miracle worker, but he's grumpy about it.
At first, he doesn't want to help.
But his love for Valerie...
And a well-placed insult.
Classic!
They convince him to work his magic.
That scene is just gold.
Pure gold.
Their banter back and forth.
I love it.
Love can be found in the strangest places, right?
It really can.
And then, of course, there's the fact that Wesley's only mostly dead.
Right.
That's the Princess Bride for you.
It never takes itself too seriously.
Even when things are looking bad.
Exactly.
So Miracle Max gives Wesley a second chance.
Another shot at saving Buttercup.
And defeating Humperdinck.
And from there, it's a wild ride.
The adventure really kicks off.
Culminating in that amazing castle storming scene.
I can't wait to talk about that.
Oh, it's the best.
Action, humor, and those villains get what they deserve.
Oh, yeah.
It's everything you want in a final showdown.
But before we get there,
Okay.
I have to appreciate those little moments,
Yeah, the things that make this film so special.
the humor, the heart.
It's the little things.
I mean, you can't talk about The Princess Bride without mentioning those iconic lines.
Oh, I know.
Inconceivable.
Classic.
Mostly dead.
My favorite.
Physics rhymes.
And Inigo's introduction.
Oh, the best.
Everyone quotes those lines.
They're just so good.
It's all thanks to William Goldman.
The screenwriter.
He adapted his own book.
And he's just so funny.
He knows how to blend the humor and the heart.
And the music.
Oh, yeah.
Mark Knopfler.
From Dire Straits.
Composed the score.
It's the perfect mix.
Folk, medieval.
Ernest Cole.
It fits the movie perfectly.
It's adventurous.
Romantic.
Magical.
It just stays with you.
After the movie ends, you can still hear it.
I know, it's so nostalgic.
And speaking of nostalgia,
That framing device,
the grandfather and grandson,
it adds so much warmth to the whole film.
it's like we're right there with them.
Snuggled up, listening to the story.
It's the magic of The Princess Bride.
Pure magic.
It takes you back to your childhood.
That sense of wonder.
Yeah, it reminds you of the power of stories.
To entertain, to inspire.
To touch your heart.
And now Wesley's mostly alive.
Wesley.
They have to save Buttercup.
Storm the castle.
What will happen next?
I don't know, but I'm ready for part 2.
Me too, Co.
Welcome back to The Princess Bride.
All right, so last time.
Our heroes are about to try and rescue Buttercup.
Right from the clutches of Prince Humperdinck.
But remember,
Wesley's still,
mostly dead.
mostly dead thanks to Miracle Max.
The man's a miracle worker.
He is
Storming a castle.
with a hero who's only half there.
It's kind of a crazy plan,
Only in The Princess Bride.
right?
But it works.
It does.
It's brilliant, really.
It's so funny.
Yeah, the action, the humor, it blends together perfectly.
Oh, I know, like when they sneak Wesley into the castle in a wheelbarrow.
With Fezzik pushing it.
I mean, come on.
And the Holocaust cloak.
Oh my gosh.
It's supposed to
Stack up.
scare the guards, but they're just confused.
It's classic.
It really is.
This movie is just so funny.
And the castle itself.
Oh, yeah.
So imposing, gothic, like right out of a fairy tale.
It represents Humperdinck's power, you know?
Yeah, everything they're up against.
All those obstacles.
And then Inigo, he finally gets his moment.
His chance for revenge.
Face to face with Count Rugen.
That scene, oh man.
To attend you.
You can cut it with a knife.
And then he says it.
Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya.
You killed my father! Prepare to die! Chills. Yeah. Literal chills.
Every single time.
Mandy Patinkin, what a performance.
You can see the pain in his eyes.
Years of training, that determination.
When in the sword fight.
Oh, it's a masterpiece.
Every move, every clash.
It's more than just a fight, you know.
It's emotional.
It really is.
And then when he finally gets him.
And says, I want my father back, you son of a bitch. Wow. It's powerful.
But sad, too, you know?
Yeah, he got his revenge, but it doesn't bring his father back.
What happens now?
What's his purpose?
It's a really complex moment.
For a movie that's supposed to be like a fun fairy tale.
Yeah, it makes you think.
It does.
That even when you get what you want, there can still be this emptiness.
So true.
And meanwhile,
Wesley.
he's still mostly dead.
But he's clever.
He outsmarts Humperdinck.
Avoids a fight.
Plays up his weakness.
Uses it to his advantage.
That's Wesley for you.
He's always thinking.
And then the king and queen.
Oh my gosh,
They
yes.
show up at just the right time.
Talk about perfect timing.
So oblivious.
It's hilarious.
Like they have no idea what's really going on.
They add that extra layer of, like, absurdity to the whole thing.
So Humperdinck is exposed.
Buttercup is free.
And our heroes escape.
On horseback, into the night.
Fezzik finds them horses. It's a miracle.
It really is.
A perfect ending.
Almost.
Oh, right. There's more.
There's that scene where Wesley asks Inigo to be the next Dread Pirate Roberts.
What a gesture.
I know, he's thinking about Inigo's future.
Giving him a purpose.
A new path.
It's so heartwarming.
It shows that they're real friends, you know?
Their family.
Exactly.
It makes you hopeful for Inigo.
It does.
And then, of course, that final kiss.
Wesley and Buttercup.
The perfect kiss.
So romantic.
Love conquers all.
It really does.
But then,
We go back to the grandfather and grandson.
the end of the story.
He closes the book.
And the grandson is hooked.
He loved it.
It shows the power of stories, you know,
To connect generations.
to make us feel something.
It's a perfect ending to a perfect movie.
So what are your final thoughts?
The Princess Bride, it's just magical.
What resonated with you the most?
For me, it's everything. The adventure, the romance, the
Just
humor.
Lovers Together.
It's a classic for a reason.
A film that can be enjoyed over and over again.
Absolutely. Every time you watch it, you see something new.
And the characters.
They're unforgettable.
Robin Wright, Carrie Elwes, Mandy Patinkin.
Andre the Giant.
They bring so much to the roles.
It's a reminder that sometimes the most powerful performances are the ones with the fewest words.
I think that's why The Princess Bride has had such a lasting impact.
It's more than just a movie. It's a cultural phenomenon.
And in a world that can feel so negative,
The Princess Bride is a breath of fresh air.
it gives you hope.
It reminds you that good can win.
That love and laughter are important.
So if you need a little escape,
A reminder that fairy tales can exist.
revisit The Princess Bride.
You won't regret it.
And that's our deep dive.
We hope you enjoyed it.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more movie reviews.
As you wish.
Yeah, it's like a perfect escape.
Yeah, it really is.
And I think one of the reasons it works so well
Mhm.
is that it's so universal, you know?
The themes, definitely.
Yeah,
Love, loss, friendship, that battle against evil. It's something everyone can relate to.
I think so too. And it works on so many levels.
Right.
Kids love the, like, you know, the sword fights and the creatures.
Yeah, the ROUSes.
But adults, we get the humor.
The wit.
Yeah, and the deeper messages.
And it's a movie you can watch again and again.
Oh, totally.
Every time you notice something new.
I know. I still laugh at the same jokes.
Yeah.
Like Vizzini saying inconceivable.
Oh, yeah.
It never gets old.
And Miracle Max.
The best.
He's just so funny.
And the actors.
Oh, the cast.
They're all so good.
Everyone brings something special.
Robin writes as Buttercup.
She's not just a damsel in distress, you
No,
know.
not at all.
She's strong, she's clever.
And she loves Wesley.
And Carrie Elwes, he's the perfect Wesley.
Charming,
Witty.
heroic,
Yeah, he can do it all.
and Mandy Patinkin.
Inigo Montoya.
He's just, like, so good in that role.
He brings so much depth to the character.
You feel for him.
You really do.
And Andre the Giant.
Fezzik,
He's so lovable.
even though he doesn't say much,
Right. He doesn't need to.
he has such a presence.
Yeah, his performance is so powerful.
It's all about those little expressions.
Exactly.
The Princess Bride wouldn't be the same without them.
It really wouldn't.
Those actors make it what it is.
It's crazy to think that it wasn't a huge hit right away.
Really?
Yeah, it took a while for people to, like, really appreciate it.
It was something different, you know?
It didn't fit into any one box.
It challenged expectations.
And I'm so glad it found its audience.
Me too. It's
Yeah.
become a classic.
People still love it.
There's memes, quotes, even a musical.
It's had such a big impact on pop culture.
And I think it's even more relevant now.
In what way?
Well, the world can feel kind of dark sometimes,
Yeah, definitely.
And The Princess Bride reminds us that they're still good.
That love and laughter are important.
Yeah, it gives you hope.
I think a little bit of magic.
Exactly, a fairy tale that reminds us that good can win.
So if you haven't seen it,
Watch it.
if you have seen it,
Watch it again.
it's worth it.
Every time.
That's our deep dive into The Princess Bride.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Let us know what you think in the comments.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
For more great movie reviews.
As you wish.